Have you any weapons for me? Good of you to go to the trouble. Many thanks. We'll
I could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for...
Those weapons, yeah, the recruits still lack for motivation. They need someone to act as...
Say, you've got a decent arm on you. And no need to be humble. Just the other day, I watched you fell a massive monster with my own 2 eyes. I've ne'er seen the like. Pray, sir, teach me to fight like you do. I'm after an instructor, see, but the ones in this city are cravens all. The sort that decided to teach to avoid the battlefield. If I'm to grow stronger, I need to learn from someone who's seen actual battle. A real warrior, such as yourself. Won't you... And this Baron fellow, he's a real warrior. I suppose you wouldn't recommend him if he wasn't. And after all, I've seen your prowess. I'm inclined to trust your... Many thanks, sir. Methinks I'll seek out this Baron and see...
If our destination...
Thank you for all the grimoires, sir. Is that the last of them you'll be bringing? Then you have my gratitude for all you've done. Would that I had a reward for you. But I'm afraid I've little gold of my own. Oh, mayhap this will suffice. 'Tis a ring my father gave me. 'Tis only fitting, really, given he was the one who forbade my studies in the first place. Go on. 'Tis no cheap trinket. Now, I'd best take my leave of you.
Miss Trisha was positively thrilled to receive those grimoires. May her studies prove fruitful. Right you are.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
I've you to thank for that new recruit. The lad's well eager, he is. He fears naught, and he follows my commands with nary a word of complaint. Soldiers like him boost the morale of all around them. There's just one problem. Seeing a lad so spirited, so foolhardy, makes me recall a time when I was much the same. Sets my blood to boiling, you see. Makes me yearn for a bout with a skilled Need I explain further? I test what say you? 'Cause glad to hear it. Think of it like a game. Whoever steps out first loses. Seeing as you're no warrior, you do well to... Let's begin. I dare say I needed that. I've ne'er met anyone like you. You've done more for me. A commendable sort you are.
Sir Baron, you must come, and quickly! A goblin pack has descended over by the road.
My thanks for the report. Goblins can be dastardly. We'll have need of capable fighters. The more, the better. Quick! I here! Watch my back!
Peril can result from a moment's emotion.
Like it or not, I must go where duty calls me.
Well met.
Must hold out till someone comes to me.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor. We must not let down our guard.
An ill feeling pervades the village. We ought to speak with someone and find out what we can.
What was that?
Arisen, I knew you loved this one. A treasure chest. Shall we?
Randall! What happened? Speak to me, lad!
Sir, we managed to fell the goblins, but then a cyclops charged us out of nowhere. Wounded, and we stuck the beast with arrows till one of them pierced its eye. It fled, but I've no doubt 'twill return.
Never mind that, lad. You survived, and that's what counts. Let's get you back to the encampment, aye? Twould seem my days of peace are at an end. Do you recall the soldier we met on the road? He was rather badly injured in the goblin melee. They'll want me to take responsibility for that, I just know it. Shan't be long before I'm forced to resign from my post. I doubt such a thing would be asked of any human instructor. But I'm bestian, aren't I? There's no fighting it. But I'll be damned if I let the troops suffer on my account. In the time that remains to me, I'll get them...
Let me get that.
Decisions.
Fretting will get us nowhere. Let us...
An ill feeling pervades the village. We ought to speak with... what we...
Well met. You couldn't have come at a better time. Word of my dismissal arrived just a few hours past. 'Twould seem my time here's reached its end. Can't say I'm happy about it. I'm rather fond of this place. And if you'll remember, 'tis where you and I first spoke. Going, are ye? Be well, friend.
Sir! A cyclops has come!
And I thought
We mustn't let it approach.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage? Arisen, are you all right? I knew that I could count on your strength.
Aye, sir. I've been better, as 'twere, but I'll live.
glad to hear it. Make for the encampment and inform your...
Aye, sir.
Full glad I am to see you unharmed, my friend. Many thanks for your aid back there.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Thank heavens. Incredible!
A deluge.
There's naught to be done but suffer our wet boots.
Hi there. Impeccable timing as all. I was just wondering if I'd get to see you one more time before I departed. And here you are. You've done much on my behalf, 'tis true. If this ordeal has taught me anything, 'tis to have faith in my ability as an instructor. That's why I'm headed. See, I have a friend who emigrated there, who happens to be in need of an instructor. And I figured if I'm being ousted anyhow, even if it means serving under different banners, at least I'll still be helping soldiers come home. Suppose this is where we part, eh? Be well, and may the sun shine brightly on what it...
am glad to know that Sir Baron has found a new path. Mayhap we ought to go and visit him later. See how he fares.
Well said.
Hoy! 'Twould seem I've you to thank for saving me as well as Gran. Who could have suspected things would happen as they did? 'Twas as though my very self was about to vanish. Gran said 'twas because the magic within me is many times greater than 'tis within other people. She's going to teach me how to control my magic so it won't happen again. I can hardly wait. Oh, that reminds me. Keep this a secret from Gran. But when my magic was all out of control, I learnt a sort of technique. I'll need to study hard if I'm to try it without exploding again.
Learning to shackle such immense power seems a monumental task for a child of her years.
This might surprise you, but I've already mastered a variety of magics. And since you've been so kind to me, I'd like to teach you a special one. Are you keen?
Let's have a look then.
Have you found any grimoires? You know not where I shall divulge but one village assailed by the dragon.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Fools. We'll see who's as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something. Hope to see you again. Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then many thanks to you.
And urchins boast of their kind.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
Have you found any grimoires? This will suffice. You have proven your determination. Unless you intend to seek out the rest of the grimoires? Very well. Then your trial is complete, and I shall teach you my magic in time. Patience, my pupil. I merely wish to observe your skills a little longer. A riddle most inscrutable. Meteoron? What manner of magic is that? It differs from all magics known to me. I cannot even begin to unravel the process behind its formulation. Tell me, who taught you this magic? Trisha taught you? That cannot be. Unless she's awoken to her powers? Why is this the first I'm hearing of this? Amy ought to have informed me at once. Wait. You had a hand in this, didn't you? Amy would ne'er have allowed this to come to pass unless some meddler had forced her hand. Hold! Why is that ring in your possession? It ought to be on my daughter's hand, not yours. I gave it to her as a gift. She gave it to you, you say? Could it be she resents? Never mind. I would be alone with my thoughts. Leave me.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
I'm going to go exploring. Methinks enough time has passed for Sir Murden to put his thoughts in order. What say we look in on him at his manor? Leave this to me, Master. 'Twas an eventful journey, but we made it here all right.
Amy has told me of aught that transpired. 'Twould seem you were instigator and savior, both in this affair. In truth, I know not what to think of you. Looking upon your countenance fills me with rage, and yet I cannot deny my gratitude to you. I dreaded the thought of my daughter sharing her mother's fate. Yet I see now that my attempt to protect her was merely suffocating her. In hindsight, mayhap you did what was best for my daughter and her happiness. But as her father, 'twas if you would still learn of my magic, I must ask you to grant. You bear the talent for the acquisition of magics. One I would nurture by I do not do so lightly, for this technique is volatile in the extreme. But
Pray, follow me.
Our weapons are being kept in yon storeroom, with those cowards stationed in and around it day and...
Say, mayhap we could distract them. Then someone could slip in and...
Nay, better not. We're simple villagers, lad. No match for train...
I beg of you. That's enough. Stop this! I beg of you. That's enough. You've nowhere to go.
How are you faring? Have you been able to procure any weapons for us? You've reclaimed our weapons. Well done, sir. I am certain the other villagers shall be glad to arm themselves. My thanks. I'd wager we stand a fighting chance now. The time has come to leave this village behind.
I've got you cornered, rat.
Don't fret, I've got you. With me! Hold your ground. Do not let our foe approach. Have courage!
Retreat! We must withdraw and regroup.
You have my gratitude for aught you've done on our behalf. We'll make for the village Ulrika staying in on our own from here. If I were you, I'd leave this place afore reinforcements arrive. At any rate, this is where we part ways. But if you're of a mind to visit, know that we'll welcome you into our new homes with open arms. Till then, farewell.
This really is fine. Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look. Those of other races differ so in design and I cannot deny I am... That's all 'tis, mind. Curiosity. And even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be. You would simply give this to me? Fascinating. It is such as this bowstring. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it... I suppose I sought inspiration. The timing would not be more. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the... Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach mature. I've been training most diligently. Yet my skills, and indeed, I fear my aim, as I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to thanks to you. I now have the means to do so. You might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, many thanks. Look, this is no place to practice. That's where I train, you see. I do hope you'll join me.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over?
Oh, true to your word, you have come. Let us begin at once. I should like to observe your form first and foremost. So stand here and take your aim at yon targets.
We're here, and none the worse for wear.
You have my gratitude. I learned much from you just now. In fact, I have made it unlike those of elven make. Bows crafted by other races are designed for keen aim. Is that not so? But I can see this is no revelation for you. I expect you thought this design common to all bows, yes? Not so for those of elven make, however. Our bows are crafted to guide not the hand, but the heart. Mayhap you will find the sentiment strange, but such is the perspective of elven kind. We are taught that arrows loosed with proper form will strike true, as if 'tis all a matter of poise. I admit, I find it rather baffling myself. Perhaps that is why my bowmanship has failed to improve. Yet with this bow, I begin to understand. Let us see if I fare any better now. Huzzah! What a feat! I can hardly believe it. Every last arrow found its mark. Dead center. This marvel is nothing at all like an elven bow. The design allows for ease of aim and steadfast flight of each arrow. To think that I should feel such a difference. Mayhap I am more suited to a bow of foreign make than one of my own people's. 'Tis a strange thought, but how else to explain it? My arrows have not soared so true in all my days. I'd nearly given up on myself. Yet 'twould seem I am not without talent after all. My performance with this bow has divested me of such doubts. But the ingenuity of this design, if only my people would take heed. 'Tis all very well to talk of honing one's form, but why should we not perfect the tool so integral to our customs? I am decided. I shall take this bow back to the arbor. With this as my weapon, I have no doubt I shall pass my trial of archery.
It seems Sir Glyndor's doubts no longer plague him. May his newfound confidence see him through his trial of archery.
With the bow you gifted...